Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Mawahib Private School, Mathematics Department. How are you, grade 1? I hope that all of you are fine. I miss you so much. Today we are going to start Unit 12, Lesson A. And our topic is about measuring capacities. You can follow this topic in your pupils' book pages 143, 144, and 145. Now, let's read the title of our lesson today. Who can read the first word? Is it new for you? No. This word, we learned about it before. Who can try to read? Yes, I can hear your voice. Measuring, capacity, and volume. The first word, measuring, it's not new for us. We learned this word before. Before I tell you the objective of our lesson today and we start learning about capacity and volume, I want you, grade 1, get ready with your pupils book, open the book, page 143, so you can follow our lesson for today. Until you open, I will tell you my objective today. We have to learn how to measure capacities and volumes in liters. Are you ready? Did you get your book and you are prepared? Now let's start our lesson. Capacity. Could you repeat the word? Capacity. I know that you are asking yourself now, what do you mean, teacher, by the word capacity? That's what we are going to discover today. What do we mean by capacity? Do you remember the word measure? Who can tell me? Did we use this word before? Try to refresh your mind and remember. Yes, we used it before when we are measuring mass, when we are measuring length, and today we'll use it to measure capacity. Do you remember in measuring mass what we measure? We measure how heavy something is. Like when you measure the mass of your body, the mass of a watermelon, the mass of a packet of rice, and we measured mass in grams and kilograms. And do you remember measuring length? I know it's old, but I will remind you with some pictures. Look at the meter here. We used it before to measure how long something is, and we measure length in meter and centimeter. And today we will learn how to measure capacity. But before I start, I want to show you some pictures that will remind you with measuring length. Now, do you see the picture? Do you remember these days? It was really very sweet memories. You can see in the picture, we were measuring foot, the length of the pencil case, the height of the board, and the height of the bag. Also, this picture will remind you of measuring length and height. Do you have a bottle of water? Look at this girl. Maybe you have one bottle of water like this girl. And maybe one day you are asking yourself, how can I measure the amount of water in this bottle? Also, this girl, she is wondering, could you help her, grade 1? She is asking, how can I measure the amount of water in this bottle? Would I measure it in meter and centimeter? Do you think is it logic to measure the amount of water in meter and centimeter? Or would they measure it in gram and kilogram? Try to imagine. You can measure the water in the bottle in gram and kilogram. That's what we will learn today. It's time to discover the meaning of capacity. What is capacity? Capacity is a measure of how much a container can hold. What do you mean, teacher, by container? Look at this carton of milk. It holds milk. Look at this glass. It holds water. These two items, I can call them containers. You know why? Because they can contain or hold something else. So capacity is how much a container can hold. Look at this carton of milk. It holds 1 liter of milk. So the capacity of the carton of milk is 1 liter. That's what I mean by capacity. After we discovered the word capacity, it's time to know how to measure capacity and what can we use to measure capacity. We can use different tools to measure capacity, and most of these tools maybe you have seen before. The first one is measuring cylinder. You can find the measuring cylinder in the science lab. And the second one is measuring spoons. The measuring spoons and the measuring jug, maybe your mom, she is using them in the kitchen. And also we can use the beakers. Now, do you have a bottle of milk? If you have a bottle of milk, could you please bring it? I'm waiting for you, grade 1, to bring. Now, on the bottle of milk, could you check what's written next to the number? Who can find? Yes, it's written 1L. Next to the number, it's mentioned the letter L. What does it mean, L? L means liter. And liter is the unit that we are going to use to measure capacity. So, capacity can be measured in liters. And L is the short form of the word liters. We discovered the meaning of capacity. Now let's discover the meaning of volume. Volume is the amount of water or the space it takes up in a container. I have two containers here, container A and container B. On container A, it's written 4 liters. And on container B, it's written 3 liters. The amount of water here, or the volume of water in container A, is 4 liters. But the amount of water in container B is, who can tell me? 3 liters. Now, look at this beaker. There is 1 liter of water in the beaker. So, if I have 1 liter of water in the beaker, so I can say the volume of water in the beaker is 1 liter. If I take this beaker and I pour the water into a jug, do you see the jug? And now the jug is completely full. So I can say now, what is the capacity of the jug? If I have 1 liter of water and I pour this water in the jug and the jug is full. So what is the capacity of the jug? How much it can hold if it's full now? after I put 1 liter? The capacity of the jug is 1 liter because it contains 1 liter of water and it's full. Stop and think. Grade 1, I'm going to ask you one question now and you have to think and give me the answer. I have 3 containers, a bottle, a jug, and tank. Could you check what's written on each container? Who can tell me? 1L, 1L, 1L. 1L means 1 liter. I put 1 liter of water in each of the 3 containers. So I put the same amount in each of the 3 containers. Now it's time for the question. Grade 1, could you tell me which container has the largest volume of water? Could you check and tell me? I can hear you. You're asking, how, teacher? You put the same amount, so they have the same amount of water. So the volume of water is same in each container. Yes, you are correct. I put the same amount, which is 1 liter in each of the 3 containers. I know the size of the containers, it's different. But in each container, I put the same amount or the same volume of water. So, the volume of water remains the same even when it's poured in different containers. Now, let's find if the container can hold more than, less than, or equal to 1 liter. You can go to the kitchen and discover some containers there, like the cup, the spoon, and the Pepsi can. Try to think with me. These containers can hold more than, or less than, or equal to 1 liter. I can hear the answer. Each holds less than 1 liter. And I want you to think about more containers that can hold less than 1 liter. What about these bottles, like the bottle of oil, the bottle of water, and the bottle of juice? You will find that it's written here 1L, which means that each bottle can hold or equal to 1 liter. Now, what do you think about the swimming pool? Does it hold more or less than 1 liter? Do you think it holds less than 1 liter? Of course no. It holds more than 1 liter. It's time to practice. Complete. We have, as you can see in this picture, 3 beakers and 1 flask. In each beaker we have 1 liter of water. Water is poured from the 1 liter beakers to fill the flask. And we fill the flask completely with the 3 beakers. So now we want to know what is the capacity of the flask. Who can tell me the answer? I'm waiting. We have 1 liter each beaker. and we pour the 3 beakers into the flask, and we fill the flask completely. So now the capacity of the flask is very good, 3 liters. One more question, grade 1. What is the correct answer? As you can see in the picture, we have a bottle of water and we have a cup. The water is poured from the 1 liter bottle to fill the cup completely. After we fill the cup completely, the bottle still has water left. Now the question is, do you think the cup holds more or less than 1 liter? Grade 1, could you give me the answer? If I pour the water from the bottle and the cup is filled and still I have water in the bottle left, so this means that the cup holds more or less than 1 liter? You are correct. It holds less than 1 liter. What have you learned today? Could you tell me? Who can help me? What have we learned? Grade 1. We learned how to measure capacity and volume. What else? We learned that capacity can be measured in liters. And we find items that are more, less, or equal to 1 liter. Now it's your turn. Go and search for containers at your home that are more than, less than, or equal to 1 liter. Ask your mom to take video for you and send it to me while you are reading the capacity of at least 2 containers. Thank you, grade 1, for your listening today, and I hope you enjoyed our lesson. I would like to thank all parents for your cooperation. Thank you, Mom, for your great effort to support our e-learning process. Working together, parents and teachers can create change. Thank you.